It's your main man, Kevin Lloyd. I'm here, and it's time for another episode of Columbus Black on Blast. I'm here with a special guest today. Her name is Sandra Moody Gresham, and I'm excited to talk to her about her business and what she has going on in our community. So it is time to literally put her on blast. But before we get started, in normal fashion, make sure you check us out at COLUMBUSBLACK.com. That's how you find out about a lot of cool things that are going on right here in the capital city. And if you have not downloaded the MILE app, that's M-Y-L-E, it stands for Make Your Life Entertaining. Make sure you download it today because it allows you to find events, share events, post events, and promote events. And it's all tied to your location. So the days of saying I didn't know that was going on, they're gone. Now you get to say I knew it, but I chose not to go do it. All right? So on that note, we're going to go ahead and switch gears and jump right on in because it is time. You know what time it is? It is your time. Sandra Moody Gresham, we are here today, and I want to find out a little bit more about you. I want the audience to learn a little bit more about you as well. So why don't we start with the basics, like who are you, where you from, all that good stuff.
Yes, well thank you for having me here.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to have a conversation. Well, I am a native of Chicago. I've been in Columbus since 1981.
Okay,
So they tell me that makes me an official Buckeye.
Absolutely, go Bucks.
Right. So, raised in the south side of Chicago, public schools, and went to college in St. Paul, Minnesota at McAllister College.
Okay.
And went down to Atlanta for graduate school at Clark Atlanta now.
How about that CAU, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Pre-CAU.
Yeah, pre-CAU days,
right.
okay.
And came to Columbus following a man, which many of us do. Left them and stayed.
All right.
But today, married and have we have 5 children between us, 13 grandchildren. So, and they call me grandma.
How about that? You don't look like a grandma though.
Yes, thank you. But I love that, and that's my greatest pleasure.
Awesome.
Is being grandma.
That's awesome.
That's what we do.
So they keep you busy?
They do. We get together monthly, either for dinner at the house, or we're going to check out an event or museums. We've been doing stretching. I'm doing quite a few different things.
Okay.
It's really cool because my one of my grandkids who's 5, he says, "Grandma, when are we going on another field trip?"
That's a field trip to him, huh?
Yes. So
that is awesome.
It's a pleasure.
You sound like a good grandma.
I think I'm a good grandma.
All right, sounds good. All right, y'all heard that. So I know sometimes this could get a little difficult. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to on the family side or personal side? Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to shout out to Team Gresham.
All right.
As I said, we get together. There's about 22, 23 of us when we all get together.
Oh, nice.
We got a master team.
Okay, that's good. That's cool stuff. All right, so y'all know a little bit more about her now. So let's jump into what, right? So you and I connected, and I learned some interesting things about you, but now it's time for the audience to know a little bit about what you have going on as well. So tell us a little bit about Dehan.
Yeah, so Dehan celebrates 20 years this year.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you. We are a all lines insurance agency, and so what that means is we market every line of insurance from auto and homeowners and life insurance on the individual side all the way to, I'll say, the nationwide arena, because we had the opportunity to do the builder's risk while it was under construction. So we literally could do the high risk car drive into the nationwide arena.
Oh wow, okay.
So we do work with small and large businesses with commercial property and liability insurance, and we like to say we built this business basically on being able to serve the dollar a day saver to the tens of thousands of dollars corporate client. Okay. And we've done that. Yeah. And we have that span in terms of our client base. Okay. I got in the industry really right out of graduate school and was fortunate to work with some small and large companies and had some solid mentors that was about how do we help to create wealth in the community. Got it. And we wanted to have products that accommodated our community.
Makes sense.
But do it in a way that allowed us to be profitable.
Okay, of course. Business, right?
You gotta be a business, and you have to be profitable. You can't serve others if you can't take care of yourself.
True indeed.
So we spent a lot of time around financial literacy, educational programs, teaching people about insurance, about saving and budgeting, and how you create generational wealth. And that's what we don't have enough of. We don't have to drive it, wear it, show it, you know, to create that wealth. That's what we try to teach people on.
Okay.
Teach people about.
Sounds pretty comprehensive. You hit a lot within that, right? So a question for me is going back from a business standpoint. When you started 20 years ago, were your services as broad, or did it grow over time in regards to what you actually offered to your clients?
Well, I started with a partner in another agency called Diverse Capital. So we had that business for about 12 years, and that was similar, all various kinds of insurance programming.
Okay.
And that partnership dissolved 20 years ago. It dissolved.
Okay.
And so the employees there, my staff, and fortunately many of my clients came over when we established Dehan. So though Dehan is 20 years, I've been in the game more like 32, 33 years.
Okay.
And it was interesting because when we recently celebrated our 20th anniversary, people said, "You've been doing this longer than 20 years." So people who knew me knew I had been around a while.
Okay.
But we started off with probably doing commercial lines. I started off doing auto and home, and then we started off doing mutual funds and securities.
Okay.
Not a lot of black folks were investing in the 90s and late 80s.
Right.
So again, that's where that educational piece kind of came from, us doing educational workshops to kind of teach people why this made sense. You can do it with the cash flow that you have, and $25, $50 a month can get you going.
Okay.
And really change your world.
Okay.
So we started in that space and really started to add on companies and products.
Okay.
We later got certified as a minority business with the public, with the state, the city, and various public sector entities, and that kind of broadened our scope to be able to sell commercial insurance to the city of Columbus, or benefit programs to Columbus schools and things like that. So it just broadened the opportunities for us, and so we started playing in a larger space.
That is awesome. Awesome. Okay. Very good. Y'all heard it. Now y'all see why we putting her on blast, right? So look at all that knowledge. So taking a look at that, right? You kind of went into this a little bit, right? So looking at the whys, right? Like, why are you doing what you're doing? And obviously it was to better your community and help to educate. But what does that also look like? So if I was a client, help us understand what that looks like from the time that I make that call to you to helping that person get that education and get on their feet.
Sure. So we get clients in a variety of ways, and they may come to us for a variety of needs.
Okay.
So right now it's healthcare open enrollment. So they're calling us about getting health insurance.
Okay.
Or they called us earlier in the year when health insurance wasn't available.
Right.
And now we're making that call to say, hey, now's the time.
Okay.
So, for example, we'll call today, a gentleman had early signs of Parkinson's.
Oh, wow.
And he called me maybe in April.
Yeah.
And I said, we really can't do anything till now.
So
November 1st.
Oh, wow.
November 1st to December 15th.
Okay.
So asking a lot of questions, and his key question was pre-existing condition. Will they cover this? Because we hear a lot in the media.
That's a hot button right now.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, and that's because the current federal administration has made states flexible, that they could create other kinds of plans, skinny health plans or cheaper health plans that limit the kind of coverages you have. Okay. Which is quite different than the goal of the Affordable Care Act and Obamacare. So we're kind of going back to where we were pre-ACA, pre-Obamacare. Okay. So working with people like that, I can say, hey, now's the time you can get real coverage, cover everything you want, at a price you can afford. Okay. You know, because his concern was a company that covered his health condition. Yeah. You know, on the other side of that may be a small business owner who's just starting their business and they need general liability. Okay. And as we meet with them, understand what they do and their services they offer, where they trying to go. They may not only need general liability, but they might need cyber liability if it's a technology company. They may need employer's liability if they got employees. Right. You know, so sitting with them, the call was about general liability. Yeah. But let's talk about what you're doing, and then I'll share what some of these other needs are you may really want to consider. And then strategically, we start picking those things up. You know, because it's also about budget. Okay. And personal household budget or business budget. Right. However, there's these needs out here. You want to just figure out how to address them. So we really try to work with people where they are.
Yeah.
Some coverage is better than no coverage, is what we always say.
That's right, right.
And just strategically, as you grow, help you achieve those goals and provide those products and services that help you move down the track to achieve those goals.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So what's interesting about that is, obviously as an entrepreneur and a business owner, you're obviously hitting some chords with me, which I'm sure means that she's hitting some chords with you. So there's two things about this, right? I want to talk about the business side of things, right? Clearly as an entrepreneur and a business owner, there's a lot of learnings. But then also I want to hear what message you would have for that business owner that's out there or someone getting ready to get started. You know, you just mentioned a couple of different services that you provide, but I want to make sure they understand and connect the dots as to why that might be valuable and important based off of some things you may have even seen happen.
Sure.
Where somebody didn't have that coverage that they really needed to have as well. So,
you know, one of the simple things we all hear and we've experienced is people who don't have life insurance.
Right.
Many of us have probably had to pass the hat or call family members to
the GoFundMe thing nowadays.
Exactly. And that just is an indication that somebody didn't have life insurance.
Yeah.
And I think the data is about half of Americans have no life insurance.
Wow.
And if you push that back to Black folks, it's probably more like 70% of Black people don't have life insurance.
So before you go further, let's just stop right there, because this is a conversation that happens all the time, right? Why do we need to have life insurance? Like, break that down. Like, help us understand. For those that don't understand and still don't get it and still don't leave the house today after hearing this message, like, what's the word they really need to hear to get them to go ahead and do what they need to do, because it's real?
Call the funeral home.
Okay, go ahead, break it down.
Ask them what it's going to cost to bury you, to cremate you. There is still an expense.
Okay.
We often hear family members say, well, you know, I don't care what happens, throw me in the backyard. There's always an expense.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
And if you have the assets, you got some money in a savings account that can cover those expenses, then you maybe don't need life insurance.
Okay.
The reality is most of us don't.
Right.
The number one reason people don't buy life insurance is because they believe it costs too much and they've never gotten a proposal.
Right.
You know, for sisters, it's cheaper than getting your hair done. It's cheaper than getting your nails done.
Right.
Right. It's cheaper than a round of golf.
Yeah.
Or a cable bill or a phone bill. Right. So it's really practical, reasonable expense for us to protect ourselves. But not only covering final expenses, what about passing down some wealth?
There you go.
Some inheritance or a free and clear house, or I want my children to make sure they get through college education, or replace that income that's lost in a 2-income earning household.
Exactly.
You know, so it's reasonable, it's being responsible, and it's caring enough about our family or our business. And similarly, you flip that to the business side. If you're the key person that's running that business, bringing in the sales, signing off on the debt and the leases, if you die, those sales go away and those obligations are called on to be paid.
That's right.
So that life insurance can come into the business, pay off that debt, help transfer succession of that business to the next generation or the next buyer.
Okay.
So it's a tool that's used. It's about protecting assets. What insurance is designed to do is protect assets and income.
Okay.
And because most of us don't have the reserve to do that.
Correct. Right.
That's exactly what it's for.
It's the right thing to do, y'all. Make it happen. All right. Make that phone call, get the insurance, and take care of your family and your assets long term, not just while you're here. All right. Good stuff. Okay. So moving on from there, because I have to make sure we get on that soapbox for a minute. But it's I think it's important. So from a business standpoint, right? Like, you've been in business over 20 years. If there's one message you want to share with those that are either entrepreneurs or are thinking about becoming entrepreneurs, what one word or one message you would want to help convey to them?
I think it is about being persistent and being excellent in whatever your craft is.
Yeah.
Why should people do business with you? You know, you have to bring something unique and different, but you have to be about excellence. And oftentimes we get a little lax at what we do, or don't truly understand why people don't do business with us.
Got it.
We need to have pride and excellence in everything we do.
Absolutely.
And then you persist.
Yeah.
You get up every morning and take another stab at it.
Keep going, right?
And I just heard, coming off the election, I heard somebody say that, I think they said Mandela said this, you don't lose, you learn.
That's right.
So if there's that deal or that opportunity you did not get, why did I not get it?
Exactly.
And how can I be better the next time going at it?
Yeah.
Just don't fold up the tent and go home. It's like, I'm here to play and I'm here to be successful.
Okay.
And the reality in America, everybody needs a multiple income stream.
True indeed.
So if you can create some business models that are low overhead, residual, where that revenue continues to come in and you don't have to show up.
Yeah.
You need all of those resources to create the lifestyle you want and to really start to generate wealth. And we pass down businesses. We don't pass down jobs.
That's right. That's right. Well said. I like that one. We have to take that one, right? We pass down businesses. We don't pass down jobs. You heard it first right here from Sandra Moody Gresham. Is going down. We're putting her on blast. So tell me this. What's next for you? If we say, hey, what's your next milestone? Next 12 months, 3 years, whatever it is. What goals are out there for you at this point?
I'm working on succession.
Okay.
I've been at this game.
Hold on. What is succession? For those that don't know, this is a big miss for a lot of business owners, a lot of corporations, a lot of organizations. What is succession?
It is planning for the next level. Either that business you're going to sell, close, pass on.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and you have to plan for that. You just don't wake up one morning and it happens.
Right.
And so strategically, that's where I'm at. I've worked on, this has been part of my life goals to get there. Spend more time with my grandchildren. Right. But I'm working on developing other African American professionals in the industry.
Awesome.
We're so poorly represented in the financial services industry in general.
Yeah.
So really developing some others in the marketplace that may want to take over the agency or work for someone else, but just preparing a next generation to do this work and do it better and at a greater level.
Awesome.
Than what I've done. So I'm looking at, leaving that legacy and maybe doing more training and teaching.
Yeah.
I'm also an adjunct professor of insurance at Franklin, so maybe doing more teaching.
Yeah.
One of my goals is to teach at a HBCU.
Okay. All right. That's good stuff. HBCU's in the house. Representing.
All right.
All right.
So I desire to do that.
Okay.
And just really figuring out what all that next level looks like. But I know I don't want to do this work the way I'm doing it today. Okay.
All right. I got it. I completely get it. So listening to what you just said, that's part of, so I do some leadership speaking as well, and that tied into the legacy leadership piece. So I'm excited to hear you talk about passing on that legacy through development and helping others to continue to grow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, good stuff. All right, well, y'all heard it first right here from Sandra Moody Gresham. I want to ask you 2 more questions right now. One is in regards to how. How do people get in touch with you if they need to reach you, right? Whether phone, email, website, all that good stuff.
Yes, so our office number is 614-238-3520.
Okay.
And our website is dehaninsurance.com. And you also, we have a LinkedIn page and a Facebook page as well.
Awesome.
And our office is located just in the Near East Side, right near the Columbus Health Department, near the corner of Parsons Avenue and Main Street.
Awesome.
So we're very accessible.
Absolutely.
To the community.
Yeah, right off the highway. Really easy to get to. Okay, good stuff. And then another question is another how. How do we help you to actually be successful, right? So at this point, you're looking at succession, but how do we help you achieve your goals? So when you decide I'm stepping away to spend more time with my grandchildren, I've put the things in place that I want to, whether it's around development or whether around continuing the business.
Sure.
What needs to happen for us as a community to support you?
Well, we want you to do business with us.
Okay.
Number one.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Call us, give us an opportunity to quote the business. You know, we believe we're competitive. We will tell you if we're not.
Yeah.
But we want that opportunity
to
do the business and serve you as your agent. Number one, we want that. Number two, if there are other financial service people in the industry that we can partner with, or that we can lend our support to in terms of training and professional development, do some co-partnering on opportunities, we want to do that as well.
Awesome.
There are sometimes deals out here that we don't have all the expertise, but we can partner with you and we both win.
Exactly. Win-win situation.
So we really look at that, and we've had a lot of success doing that with other agencies in the financial service arena and outside of that arena.
Okay.
And then I think just get committed to being better at your own financial affairs. Look at your financial affairs. Know if you got insurance or not. Pay your premiums. You know, I tell people, pay your premiums. But I don't want you to use anything I sold you because something negative had to happen. Right? You had a car accident, you got sick, somebody died, somebody stole something. So, but you gotta pay your premiums. Right? You gotta be consistent and pay your premiums, because when you stop, that's when something happens.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, we've heard those stories, haven't we?
So I think, and I desire that we become more knowledgeable about how insurance is a tool to protect our assets, our income, and then understand how to use it and pay those premiums to keep it enforced so it's available when you need it.
Awesome. Good stuff. Well, y'all heard it. So make sure that you all reach out, get those quotes, support the business. Then you have a couple of events coming up as well, right?
We do.
What are those?
This is right now, November 1st to December 15th is healthcare open enrollment nationally. 6 weeks to get health insurance for those people who do not have it. So we, for the 4th year, have sponsored what's called the Obamacare Jams. And it is a healthcare open enrollment event where individuals can come, speak with a professional agent or a professional that can assist them in enrolling in Medicaid or Marketplace. And this is the first year we'll have folks there that can assist with Medicare, and that's for those over 65. So we have Medicare specialists in the room as well that can advise people. So our goal even with that was to bring those resources to the community, because people often don't know who to call, where can I find the answers. So these are licensed, qualified professionals that can assist. Literally, you can come in uninsured and leave insured.
That is outstanding.
So the one event is this Saturday, November 10th, from 10 a.m. to 2 at Trinity Baptist Church on St. Clair Avenue. And the other is December 4th at the Columbus Downtown High School, which is a Tuesday evening from 4:30 to 8:30. Awesome.
All right, y'all just heard it, but I'm gonna ask her one more time the dates, times, and location.
November 10th from 10 in the morning to 2, which is a Saturday, at Trinity Baptist Church on 461 St. Clair. And then Tuesday evening, December 4th, which is at the Columbus Downtown High School, and that'll run from 4:30 to 8:30.
That is outstanding. All right, so I think that's phenomenal, because a lot of people, like you said, they don't know where to go. And unfortunately, if you dial a number, you call, you don't know who's calling you back if you call those 1-800 numbers. But to do a face with a name and have somebody literally there to help you, that's critically important. So kudos to you for actually putting that together and making sure the community knows about it. All right?
Thank you.
That's why we're putting her on blast. All right? So without further ado, we're about to wrap on up. So the question I have for you now, has ColumbusBlack.com done anything for you?
Yes, they put me on blast.
All right, y'all heard it. We put it on blast. Just remember this. In order to know more about your future, you need to understand a little bit more about your past. That's the reason why we just put Sandra Moody Gresham on blast. And without that, remember, ColumbusBlack.com. Check us out. Download the Mile app. Don't forget, we talked about it earlier. We have a sponsor. Chapel of Peace Funeral Home, right? So she mentioned earlier, call the funeral home, check the prices. Well, guess what? One of our sponsors is there to make sure he can answer the questions for you when you call Chapel of Peace. They will ensure that you get the answers and understand why you need to have life insurance. We're connecting the dots, people. That was meant to happen. I didn't even plan that. So without further ado, check us out on ColumbusBlack.com. And on that note, I'm out.
It's a wonderful tribute.
For a wonderful person.
Oh, yes. She was a horrible person. She was so kind and giving. Although she borrowed my cookware and never returned it. Everything is so lovely here.
She looks so beautiful.
My God, how did they make her look so good?
Mother.
Oh, I was just admiring all the beautiful work that you do here. See, that's why I would not let my family take me to anywhere else but Marlon Gary Funeral Home, Chapel of Peace.
That's right.
That's
It's
right.
mighty fine.
Mighty fine.
Incredible.
Yes. Marlon Gary Funeral Home, Chapel of Peace.
On your way to heaven, stop by here.